Adobe Firefly is one of the most popular AI platforms available today. And with this mobile app, you can now turn your smartphone into the ultimate AI-powered creative studio. In this complete guide sponsored by Adobe Firefly, I'll be demonstrating all of the AI tools in the mobile app so you can start generating next-level content right from your smartphone. I'll show you how to use text prompts to instantly generate stunning images, dynamic video clips, and even edit photos with the Generative Fill and Expand tools. So grab your smartphone and let's get started by downloading the Adobe Firefly mobile app. To download the app, simply go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your smartphone. You can then search for Adobe Firefly, click the icon, and it should pull up this details screen here. Feel free to check out the app information and details, but once you're ready, go ahead and install it to your smartphone. And once installed, you should see the red Adobe Firefly mobile app icon here. Go ahead and click it to open it up. This should take you to the Adobe Firefly mobile app home screen. Here's where we can access several powerful AI apps to generate and edit media. To create a new account or log into your existing Adobe Firefly account, go ahead and click the icon at the top right here. Here's where you can manage your account and see the current amount of credits you have available. Credits reset every 24 hours, and the number of credits you have available will depend on the account type you have. So let's take a look at the Adobe Firefly mobile app home screen here and see what all it can do. At the top here, you have a text field where you can quickly generate images and videos. Simply select the image or video option and enter a text prompt to generate whatever it is that you need. But if we keep scrolling down, we can check out all the other AI tools that are available on the app. We have the text to image tool where we can generate high quality images using the latest AI model. The text to video tool where we can generate video clips with text prompts. The generative fill tool where we can easily add or remove objects and images. The image to video tool where we can transform images into video clips. And the generative expand tool where we can easily expand our images using AI. For this demonstration, I want to test out all the AI tools. So let's get started with the first one here, which is the text to image tool. The text to image tool allows us to easily generate images using text prompts. So to try it out, let's click it to open it up. This should take you to the screen here where you can enter your text prompt and select your settings. At the bottom here, you'll see several options that you can adjust for your image. If you click on the General tab, it'll open up a menu where you can select the AI model you want to use. You can select from the latest Adobe models or their partner models. The AI model you select will depend on whatever it is you're creating. But keep in mind, all of the Adobe models are designed to be commercially safe. And this is definitely the best option if you're creating content for your brand or business. And if you look down at the bottom of the general menu, you'll see another tab where you can select your aspect ratio. Here's where you can select your image dimensions, whether you want a landscape, portrait, square, widescreen, or vertical image. For this example, I think I'll go with vertical. There are also several other settings you can adjust here, but before we get into these, let's just generate an image using the default settings and see what the text to image app can do. With the text to image app, we should be able to generate pretty much any image that we need by entering a text prompt into the description field here. So to add your text prompt, simply click the description box and start typing it in. When writing your text prompt, try to be as detailed as possible and describe everything you want in your image from the objects to the setting. For this example, I'm going to see if AI can generate an image of a serene Japanese garden with cherry blossoms, a koi pond, and soft sunlight. And once you finish entering your text prompt, go ahead and click the Generate button at the bottom right here. AI will then start working its magic, and after a few moments, you'll have several AI generated images based on your text prompt that you can select from. Wow, I think these look amazing. As you can see, the AI accurately read my text prompt and generated some beautiful images of a serene Japanese garden with cherry blossoms, a koi pond, and sunlight. I think these all look great, but I think I'll go with this image here. When you're ready to download an image to use with your project, simply select it and click the download icon at the top right. And your new image will then be saved to the camera roll on your smartphone. I think that turned out great, but let's test out some of the other settings in the text to image app. To generate a new image for my next example, let's enter a new text prompt. I want to see how good the text to image app is at generating people. So this time, let's type in a vibrant street musician playing a glowing violin in a neon lit city at night. I think that should be a pretty cool scene. But before generating my image, let's check out some of the other settings that are available. If you click the Content Type tab, you can select the style of content you want to generate, whether you want to generate a photorealistic image or an art style image. You can also leave it on auto select to let AI choose. If we go to the Visual Intensity tab, we can use the slider bar to adjust the intensity of the characteristics of our image. And if we go to the Composition tab, we can add a reference image, and AI will try to match the composition when generating our image. And similarly, we can go to the Style tab and add a reference image that AI will try to match the style of. Feel free to upload an image that you like, or select one from the hundreds of images available in the library here. For my violin player in a neon lit city, I think I'll try this reference image here. And now when I generate my image, it should have a similar style to this one. And if we go over to the Strength tab, we can use the slider bar to adjust the strength of the style matching. And from the Effects tab, you can select from dozens of different effects that you can add to your image. And you can select pretty much any art style that you like, so feel free to select the ones that best match your project. And using the next tabs here under the Style menu, you can also select your color settings, your lighting, and your camera angle. As you can see, there are tons of customization options so you can generate the exact image that you need. But once you've entered your text prompt, added a reference image, and selected your settings, go ahead and click the Generate button at the bottom right. AI will then analyze your prompt and settings and start generating your image. And voila! Here's my vibrant street musician playing a glowing violin in a neon lit city at night. I think this looks really cool, and it definitely matches my reference image. I can now select the image that I want to use for my project and click the download button to download it to my camera roll. So as you can see, the text to image feature is a super powerful tool that allows you to generate any image that you need for your project. Try to think of some text prompts and give the text to image feature a try for yourself. Feel free to try out some different image types and styles and see what you can come up with. So we've gone over how to use text prompts to generate images with the text to image app. So let's move down to the next app here, which is the text to video app. Here's where we can use AI to generate high quality video clips. So to test it out, let's click it to open it up. And here's where we can use text prompts to instantly generate video clips. We have our description box here where we can enter our text prompt. And at the bottom, we have several settings that we can select from. But before we get into the various options, let's just generate a video using the default settings to check out the quality of the app. So let's select the description box and type in my text prompt. When writing your text prompt, try to be as descriptive as possible and include all the elements that you want to generate for your video. For this example, let's see if AI can generate a video clip of a majestic ancient Egyptian temple at sunrise, lush palm trees swaying gently, and a serene desert backdrop. I think that should be a cool looking landscape. So once you enter your text prompt, go ahead and click the blue Generate button at the bottom right. AI will then analyze your prompt and start generating your video. This may take a few moments, but once it's finished, you'll have a new AI generated video based on your text prompt. And here's my video clip of an ancient Egyptian temple with palm trees and a desert backdrop. As you can see, the video is super high quality and detailed. And when you're ready to download your video, simply click the icon here and you can save the video to your phone's camera roll. So let's try out another example, but this time we'll adjust some of the settings as well. For this video clip, I think I'll generate a video of a confident astronaut in a sleek spacesuit floating inside a futuristic space station with glowing control panels. I think that'll be a cool looking video. But before we hit the Generate button, let's check out some of the settings at the bottom. Under the Keyframes tab, you have the ability to add an image for your first frame and your last frame. Using this, we can actually animate photos, but we'll be going over how to do this later. And from the General tab, you can select your video resolution. You can select 540p, 720p, or 1080p. And if you click the model icon, you can select the AI model you want to use. You can select from Adobe models, which are commercially safe, or their partner models. The model you select will depend on the project you're working on. And also from the General tab, you can select your aspect ratio. You can generate a square video, a widescreen, or a vertical video. I think I'll go with vertical. And if you click the camera icon, you can select your camera settings. This includes your shot size, such as a close-up, medium, or long shot. Your shot angle, such as an aerial shot or an eye-level shot. And even motion presets like having your video zoom in or out. Feel free to adjust your camera settings for whatever style you're looking for. And if we go to the next tab here, we can select our video style. There are several styles to choose from, such as 3D, black and white, or claymation. When you select a style, you'll see a preview of how the style looks. Feel free to check out the various styles that are available and select the one that you like best. For my video, I think I'm going to go with cinematic. And using the composition tab here, you can upload a reference video and the AI will try to match its composition. So once you've entered your text prompt and selected your video settings, go ahead and click the generate button at the bottom right here. AI should then analyze my text prompt and start generating my video based on my settings. And after a few moments, your video should be generated. Wow, I can already tell this is going to be super cool. So let's play my new video here and see how it looks. And here's my confident astronaut floating in a futuristic space station. I really like the futuristic style of the video, and all of the details are super clear. Feel free to try out some various prompts and see what types of videos you can generate. And when you have one you like, you can download it by clicking the download icon on the right hand side here. Your new video will be saved to your camera roll, and you can use it for your next project. So that's an overview of how to generate videos using text prompts. But for the next demonstration, we'll be going over how to transform images into videos using the image to video feature. So to access the image to video feature, let's click the image here to open it up. And this should take us back over to the generate video screen. But instead of starting with a text prompt, this time we're going to start with an image. So to add the image that I want to turn into a video, let's start by clicking the keyframes icon at the bottom here. And this will open up the keyframes menu where you can upload the first frame and, if you like, the last frame of your video. For this example, I want to see if I can turn this photo of a waterfall into a vibrant moving nature scene. So to add my photo, let's click the first frame button at the bottom here. I can then go to my camera roll and find the photo that I want to use. When you select your photo, you'll be able to crop it for whatever aspect ratio you currently have selected. I think I'll crop my image right around here. There we go. And my image has been added as my first frame. But keep in mind, when turning photos into videos, some of the other features and style effects won't be available. So now that I've added my image, let's check out some of the settings that are available. If we go to the General tab at the bottom here, we can access several settings that we can select for our video. Under the Resolution tab, we can select to transform our image into a 540, 720, or 1080p video. From the Aspect Ratio tab, we can select to generate a square, widescreen, or vertical video. For this example, I think I'll go with square. And if we click the Model tab, we can select the AI model that we want to use to generate our video. We can select from the Adobe models or their partner models. But keep in mind, Adobe models are commercially safe. So when transforming photos into video clips, the only other real options we have at the bottom here is our camera settings. Here's where you can select how you want your camera to move, such as zooming in or zooming out. For my waterfall video, I think I want to have my camera zoom out. So after adding your photo and selecting your settings, the next thing you'll need to do is add your text prompt. To add your prompt, simply select the description box in the center here and start typing it in. For my waterfall photo, let's see if AI can make the water cascade over the rocks, add rising mist, add vibrant tropical birds, and sunlight filtering through the foliage. That should be much more attention grabbing than a static image. So once you're done describing how you want your image to move using a text prompt, go ahead and click the blue generate button at the bottom right. AI will then analyze your text prompt and your image and start turning it into a video clip. This may take a few moments, but once it's finished, the image you uploaded should now be turned into an engaging video. So let's click the play button here and see how my new video looks. I have my water cascading over the rocks, my rising mist, looks like some parrots flying overhead, and sunlight shining through the forest. This flowing water looks super realistic. So if everything looks good, you can download your new video by clicking the download icon here, and your new video clip will be saved to your camera roll. I can now use it for my next video, presentation, or whatever other project I'm working on. So now let's try another example, but this time I want to turn this image of a dog into a video to see how good the image to video feature really is. So to add my image, let's go to the keyframes icon, then click the first frame button. You can then find and open up the image that you want to turn into a video clip. And my dog image has been added as my first frame. Feel free to adjust other settings like your aspect ratio or your camera angle. And once you're ready, go ahead and click the description box to add your text prompt. For my dog image, let's see if AI can make a red ball roll across the floor in front of my dog, have the dog watch the ball roll, then stand up and walk after it. I'm really curious to see how realistic the dog looks, So to transform my photo, let's click the Generate button at the bottom right. AI will then analyze my text prompt and my photo and start turning it into a video clip. There we go. So let's play my new video and see how it looks. I have the red ball rolling in front of my dog watching the ball, then standing up and walking after it. As you can see, the dog looks super realistic, almost like this is a real video. I can now save my new video clip to my camera roll and use it for my next project. So we've gone over how to use the text to image, the text to video, and the image to video apps. Now let's go over how to add and remove objects in your photos using the Generative Fill app. And we'll also go over how to expand images with Generative Expand since they're both in the same app. So to test out the Generative Fill tool, let's click it here to open it up. This should take you over to the upload screen. Here's where you can add the image that you want to edit or expand. For this example, I'm going to be editing this image of two lions here. So to add my image, let's click the upload image button at the top here. I can then go to the photo library on my camera roll and select the image I want to use. Your image should then be opened up in the Generative Fill menu, where we can remove objects from our image, add new objects, or expand our image. So for my lion's image here, the first thing I want to do is remove the lion on the right hand side. To do this, let's click the Remove tab at the bottom here. This will open up various tools that we can use to remove our object. To remove an item in your image, simply use the brush tool to brush over it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but make sure you cover the entire object that you're trying to remove. If you needed to adjust your brush size, you could do that from the Brush tab at the bottom here. But now that I've brushed over my lion, I can click the Remove button from the menu here, and the AI should start working its magic. It may take a few moments, but once it's finished, you'll have several new versions of your image that you can select from. When you click on an image, it'll appear in the preview at the top. So as you can see, in all these images, the lion on the right has been removed as if it was never even there. So go ahead and pick the image that you like best, then click the Keep button at the bottom to select it. If I like, I can now download my image and use it with my next project. But let's check out some of the other tools here and see what else we can do. If we click the background icon here, AI will instantly remove the background from our image. But for now, let's reset it back to normal. So right now we're on the menu to remove items. But if you look at the top of the screen here, you can click the drop down menu and select the Insert tab if you want to add new items to your photo. So for the empty space on the right hand side of my photo, let's see if we can add a wolf. But first, let's click the Brush tab at the bottom here and make my brush a bit bigger. We have various slider bars here that we can use to adjust our brush, but I'm going to use the top slider to increase my brush size. I think that'll work. So now that I've adjusted my brush, let's brush over the area that I want to add my wolf to. And like before, it doesn't have to be perfect, but try to get a general outline of the area. There we go. So my wolf should be added to the checkered area here. And after highlighting the area, you should notice a text box appear at the bottom. This is where you can tell AI the object that you want to add. So to add a new item to your image, simply describe it using a text prompt. For my prompt, I'm simply going to ask it to add a majestic wolf. So once you highlight your area and enter your text prompt, go ahead and click the blue Generate button at the bottom right. AI will then analyze your prompt and highlighted area and start generating your image. And once it's finished, you'll have several different versions that you can select from. Feel free to click to preview each of the images and select the one that you like best. For my image, I think this one looks cool where they both look like they're staring at something off in the distance. And now that you've added a new object to your photo with the Generative Fill tool, you can download your new image and use it with your next project. So we've gone over how to remove and insert objects with Generative Fill. Now let's go over how to extend your images with the Expand tool. If you click the Expand icon at the bottom, it'll open up the Expand menu where you can select your image dimensions. Feel free to select one of the standard dimensions here, or use the Freeform option to expand your image however you like. When using Freeform, simply drag the side of the image that you want to expand. For my image, I think I'll go with the 3:4 aspect ratio. And once you select your dimensions, you'll notice the prompt field reappear. Feel free to use a text prompt to tell AI what you want to add to the extended space. To test this out for my image, let's see if AI can include birds flying in the distant sky. So once you select how you want to extend your image and enter your text prompt, go ahead and click the blue Generate button at the bottom right. AI will then analyze your image and start filling in the extended areas. And after a few moments, it'll provide several different options that you can select from. Feel free to click through the various options and select the one that you like best. I think all of these look great, but for my image, I think I like the last one the best. So to select it, let's click the keep button at the bottom. So as you can see, my image has been extended and you can see the birds flying in the background as requested in my prompt. My image has now been customized using AI and looks a lot different from the original image. I encourage you to give the general fill and expand tools a try for yourself and see what you can come up with. And once you're ready, you can click the download icon at the top and download your new image to your camera roll. So as you can see, the Adobe Firefly mobile app offers a range of innovative AI tools that we can use to create amazing content. To download the app and start creating content with AI, head over to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your smartphone. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.